Hey everybody, Dustin Daniels, candidate for Tallahassee Mayor, answering some more questions that were submitted by the Oasis Center for Women and Girls. Appreciate the opportunity to answer. Our next question is human trafficking, both sex and labor, is a serious and pressing issue in our community. How do you propose to address this form of exploitation? I think a lot of people would really like to believe, unfortunately, that these kinds of terribly just depressing and really just exploitive issues don't take place in our own backyard, and unfortunately they do, and they are at a increasingly more frequent rate, unfortunately. And so it's not only something that local governments in the 21st century have to be aware of, but it's things that I think we can actually address in a more effective way than folks tend to believe that we can. I think it has to start with better training for law enforcement to ensure that those folks are able to apply a trauma-informed care approach when interacting and assisting individuals who are, again, victims of human trafficking or sex trafficking. I think it is basically us as a community coming together and creating an awareness campaign, especially among business owners and citizens, to basically know the signs of when exactly what they can look for to see if they ever encounter individuals who are being held against their will, if they are, again, victims of human trafficking, to make sure that they can actually identify it and they can report it. I think that we have to create stronger laws on the books, quite frankly, for property owners like hoteliers and moteliers, if you will, to make sure that if individuals are knowingly or unknowingly allowing their properties to be used for human trafficking, especially sex trafficking, that there are penalties for that, and that it is actually their responsibility to make sure that they are aware of whether or not these things are going on, again, in their own properties. I think that something that we have to talk about as it relates to this issue is not criminalizing immigration status. I think it's really difficult to say that we are absolutely not for human trafficking and we need to address this issue, while at the same time we are, not creating a welcoming environment for undocumented communities, because those are the individuals in the population that are most susceptible and are most affected by this issue. And so I think that we, again, can't criminalize immigration status, but we have to build a stronger relationship with those communities to make sure that we're getting to the bottom of how exactly we address these issues. And then obviously I think that we just have to continuously create systems of care that really allow us to support the victims who are affected by these issues. Everything from accommodations, psychological services, access to interpreters, access to education and workforce programs. Ultimately, I think that we have to have comprehensive support services, again, for the individuals that we basically pull from this very tragic situations that we encounter on a daily basis, quite frankly. And so I think that, again, as a community in the 21st century, even though people may not think that this is something that happens in Tallahassee, it very much does. And it's our responsibility to make sure that we are creating and applying local ideas to how to fix it.